Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Good evening. Jumping on for Monday message. As you can see, I've got lots of moving boxes behind me, getting ready to move house. Isn't that one of the funnest things? I don't know how many houses you guys have lived in. I heard on average, most people kind of move about 7 times in their life. We have moved lots of times and we are moving again. And the funny but not so funny part is that we've got until the end of January to get out of this current house and we still do not have a house that we have been approved for. So I'm not sure how many days that is, but not a lot of days. Trusting that it's all going to work out, but yesterday was like a little bit overwhelming when I actually sat down. I was like, okay, if we want to settle the kids we want to be settled in the house before they start school, like we kind of really need to be packed up and into a new house in 10 days. So pray for me, people. Pray for me that the right house will arise for us. I don't think many people want to rent to 4 kids and a dog. Anyway, we will work that out. So how is everyone? Happy New Year if I haven't seen you guys for a while. So Monday message. I wanted to jump on, and one thing that someone sent me actually, thank you Claudia, is that it was World Religion Day yesterday on Sunday the 16th, and there was a document she sent me and it just shows how the basis of all the religions effectively come down to the same basic principle, which is around treating other people well, treating other people with love. And whatever religion you are, whatever beliefs you follow, whatever faith you have, in my view, everything leads to the same source, to the same God, whatever language you want to call it, and this remembrance of who we really are, and that we have this inner temple within us. So we don't necessarily have to go to a particular place to spend time with God, or go and do a particular thing to kind of be a good person. And whenever we're kind of starting to follow rules around, well, if I do this, I'm a good person. If I do that, I'm a good person. Then that's kind of like a default, and we're not actually listening into our inner guidance and following that part of ourselves. So whenever, here comes my son, I'm just doing a video, I'll be 5 minutes. We're watching a movie together about some crazy, I don't know if anyone's seen it, it's about these people that steal coupons and try and sell coupons. With Kirsten Bell, I think her name is. Anyway, so remembering that wherever you go, you have got this within you. You have got this inner temple that you can take everywhere you go. And I want us to really remember that inner temple right now, because I'm not sure about you guys, but I have noticed that there's been quite a lot of posts that I'm seeing on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram anymore because my account got hacked, which is a bugger. So like 3,000 people on there, and I lost that. But strangely, when I discovered I had lost it, I actually felt a bit of relief. Actually, it was kind of like, oh, good, that's one less thing to have to deal with. But what I've been noticing, have you guys been noticing? I've been noticing a bit of cruelty on Facebook. I've been noticing posts that are unkind. I've been noticing posts that are making jokes at other people's expense, including very well-known people. And I've just noticed that it's kind of like it starts this ripple where as humans, it's like, oh, well, that person can kind of do that joke. And then people start to spread the jokes around and start to spread the posts around. I don't know if you guys have seen more cruelty on Facebook. Maybe I've just noticed it for some reason. And I just really hope that we can always come back to this inner temple to ask ourselves, how we are what we are putting out into the world. What are we sharing? What are we emitting? What are we rippling out to other people? And if something's going to be cruel or something's going to be like a joke at the expense of someone else, then maybe not say it. Maybe don't spread it. And I'm sure it's none of you humans anyway. I'm not talking about within this group, obviously. I'm just talking about things that are popping up on my personal page. I'm just noticing this kind of mass little bit of meanness. And I know that that's not who people truly are. And when that stuff is coming up, then that's usually where people we've lost our way. And we're overwhelmed, or we're struggling within ourselves. Everything is about us. And I really, like yesterday, yesterday, yeah, I was kind of feeling a little bit overwhelmed. A whole number of things were coming in for me yesterday, and it was such a good reminder and was so humbling, because I really needed to pull upon all my spiritual tools and the things that I try and share with all of you to kind of get myself out of a bit of a pity party I was having for myself. And I just was, I was thinking, you know what, Leash, you haven't even started on your spiritual journey. I was like, oh, you've got so much to learn, Leash. You've got so much more work to do. You've got so much more work to do. It's like, I don't want you to think that I'm, having this group and thinking that, oh, I'm some, spiritual teacher that has all the answers, and that every day is Zen and every day is amazing, and I always know the right thing to say. And no, mostly I don't. So I want us to laugh at ourselves a bit, not take ourselves too seriously. If you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you've been going into self-pity at any point, just allow it to kind of do it all. I was like, right, I'm just going to do it. I'm getting into self-pity, right? I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm going to enjoy my little self-pity tantrum, and and it was kind of blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, this other part of me is like, are you done? You done? Okay, good on you, Leash. And then you have this capacity, to step back from it and observe that and say, whoa, that was a bit of a tantrum, Leash. That was a bit of a little self-pity party there that you experienced. But then that reminder that that's not who you are, right? I am not this self-pity. But in that moment, in this incarnation, in this Alicia body, I was experiencing that. And I was experiencing all that stuff in that moment, for whatever it is. So allow that stuff to come up for you, for whatever emotion it is, whatever that, we're sometimes trying to run away from. Because, when we're on this spiritual journey, we can get a bit uppity about it. We can get a bit like, oh, I've done so much work and I can work through this, and it's all happening for a reason, and all this blah 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 spiritual bypassing stuff. So just remember, we are humans. We are here to be human. So we're gonna mess up, we're gonna stuff up, we're gonna have thoughts that aren't always beneficial for ourselves. But just to have that capacity just to laugh at yourself a little bit, shake it off a bit, and it's amazing the difference a day can make. Literally, I woke up this morning, I did my soul class, and I felt like boom, bang, energy's back on top of the world, right? So even when you're having those really down days, just know the sun will set again for you, my darlings, and continue to have faith that things are working for you. Things are always working for you, and we know that on a deep level. And even when we're right in the middle of stuff, it's like you just get a little bit further along and you look back and you're like, oh, okay, that's why this happened, or that's why that happened, or whatever it is, right? So this might just be that reminder for anyone who needed to hear that. If you're a little bit in a slump, if you're a little bit in a mess, if you're in the goo, if you're in there like, ugh, really, right? If you're in the little bit of the victimhood of why is this happening and why didn't that happen and blah, 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 if this had to happen or that had to happen. Like I had a bad fall at a waterfall recently, and I've really injured my coccyx, which I did 10 years ago, and it took me years to fix that. So I've been a little bit self-pity about that. Like, why has this happened again? I've got to pack my house and I can barely bend, right? So it's just, it just is sometimes. Things just don't always go to plan, friends. So that's my little chat with you all on this Monday night. I hope that you will keep the faith in yourself, in humanity, in source, and all being divinely arranged on some level for us. And you take good care of yourself, look after yourself, feed yourself well, nourish yourself. Do the things that you need to do that are good for you to bring you back into presence, bring you back into breathing through and allowing the unfolding of your life. All right, thank you those of you who jumped in live. Thank you if you watched the replay, and thank you for your comments. Hello, Aileen. Hey, Melinda. Shamela, hello, darling. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thanks, Belinda, for jumping in on the Global Soul Centre page, and Kate as well, and I think Roxy's there as well. So thanks, guys, for jumping in. Hey, Monique as well. Take care. I love you. Bye, friends.